Chapter 66, A Family Reunion. Xyanthor and his goons have landed at the Garip, a world that does have some radar systems. They are around an area which is fairly barren, no witnesses yet. But as they are about to plan what to do next, they do have one visitor who flies nearby Xyanthor. Xyanthor orders his little army to stand down but prepare themselves for any attacks, so the ship opens, a ship that is nearly cuboid, with small wings and a bigger engine at the back too, all shrouded in black, and it turns out to be Xyanthor's father, Vater, shocking everyone. Vater tries to say a nice hello, while also hidden in a massive cloak, while also wearing similar armor to Xyanthor, with darker skin and many scars from the last time he used the elements. Xyanthor is angry at him. He was alive all this time. Not to mention the kind of treatment that Xyanthor used to get from Vater. Vater lived during the elemental wave because he flew on a craft far from the collapsing planet, so he lives, but separated from Xyanthor as a result, trying to find the elements himself to help himself at first, but after getting more affected by his element-based injuries. He has been searching for Xyanthor instead, knowing that Xyanthor would be a good replacement. Mollog tries to be welcoming while the others are unsure of who he is. And so, as a minor familiar reunion tries to take place, Pod in his ship comes charging in from the air and attempting to fight everyone, jumping out of his ship, and making the ship land hard. Followed by Pod splashing water towards the group, and then turning that water into ice. This mainly traps the goons and Vater, but Xyanthor manages to break out of it more quickly and then tries to get rid of the ice for the others, but Pod is onto Xyanthor hard and fast. By using ice tools alongside forming water around the fight plus some fire projectiles. Pod at first gets a good upper hand against Xyanthor at first. He was even hitting Xyanthor's amulet hard enough to stun it temporarily, going at him to stop, but once Xyanthor counters one of Pod's swings, Xyanthor gets a much grander upper hand. While Xyanthor does use telekinesis and lightning to take down Pod more efficiently, at a point where Pod cannot land a single punch back. Even a small exchange occurs, with Pod showing Xyanthor how mad he is that the Morphils were mainly turned bad because of Xyanthor. Despite Mechajor's own goals. Xyanthor laughs at this and then the fight finishes Pod off with a charged sonic punch. Which knocks out Pod. Even Mollog later checks Pod's pulse, and it turns out Pod is dead, temporarily. And so, once Xyanthor uses telekinesis to remove the ice from everyone. Mollog forms spaceships using his book, one for the goons, and the other for Xyanthor, Vater and Mollog, escaping the planet quickly. Thanks to the element of surprise from earlier, Pod manages to fight quite well so far, but not for long. Xyanthor manages to fight back and beat Pod without the help of others. Mollog then generates another spell, some wiring which wraps Pod to the ground, preventing him from moving, one of those spells that requires time and to be still. Which is why it's one of those spells that isn't wise to perform during combat. So they all start to leave the planet as Mollog's book shows him that there has been no element activity at all on the planet, and so they all get moving. Back on their ship which Mollog generates thanks to his book once again. This not only allows more time for the goons to get to know Vater more, but Vater tries to get Xyanthor to talk, but all Xyanthor gives back is cynical talk, making Vater leave Xyanthor alone, for now. Xyanthor talked back in a way that nearly angers Vater. After all, Vater is still bothered that Xyanthor didn't protect him well enough when he was at the machine 100 years ago. But as it has been years, Vater knows that Xyanthor is on his quest and it cannot be slowed down.